From the life and death section, we've got an explain question, a couple of things to look at in the question. Explain the importance of the Lord's Prayer for Catholics. The key word here that I am looking at is the importance. It's not asking me to say what the Lord's Prayer is, although I'm certainly going to do that. The question wants me to say what the importance of it is, and I'm going to try and do that in 3 clear, simple, quick paragraphs. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to start with, firstly, the Lord's Prayer is important to Catholics, using the words of the question. The Lord's Prayer is important to Catholics because it was taught by Jesus. Because it was taught directly by Jesus, giving it authority. If it's Jesus, Jesus has God's authority, which makes it important. My evidence: Jesus teaches the prayer as a response to the disciples asking him to pray. Asking him to pray, and that's in Luke's Gospel. It's in Luke's Gospel. This shows, so for today, this shows prayer is not just a human invention, but a divine instruction. If it's coming from Jesus, Jesus has God's authority, making this prayer divine. It's a divine instruction, making it a central part of Catholic worship. A central part of Catholic worship to communicate with God. We need a second point. Now again, remember the question is asking for why is it important for Catholics? No other religions needed on these 8 markers in life and death. So let's have a second point. Secondly, I'm going to leave a line. I've got the space to do it. Make my points clear for the examiner. I'm going to go with the Lord's Prayer. And just to be clear, the Lord's Prayer, if you're unsure, is the Our Father who art in heaven. The Lord's Prayer is significant. You could use important again, because it unites all Christians in a shared form of worship. It's all Christians. It's a formulaic prayer, regardless of the language you're saying it, the words are the same. This shared prayer is formulaic. Key term is formulaic and reflects the universal nature of the Church, it also, if you think about the lines in the Lord's Prayer, reinforces key Christian, you could use Christian or Catholic, Christian beliefs such as forgiveness. And I'm going to put the evidence in through lines such as forgive us our trespasses. 2 points done. We only need a third and final point. If I just move my paper, we're doing well. And all this information, there's nothing clever in it, except perhaps one quote you might need to learn here. Finally, the Lord's Prayer is important because it summarises the whole message of the gospel. The whole message of the gospel. This is stated, here's my evidence, in the CCC, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, which calls it the summary of the gospel. And furthermore, St. Augustine, if you want another quote on this one, St. Augustine said, all holy prayers are found in it. If you were struggling and you could remember that all the different types of prayers are in it, the asking prayers, the thank you prayers, the adoration prayers, the intercessions, the sorry prayers, the confessions, they're all in the Lord's Prayer. That's another reason why it's important. And St. Augustine said, all holy prayers are found in it. So what that means today, bring it to what that means for Catholics today. Why is it important for Catholics today? This means that by praying the Lord's Prayer, Catholics are not only speaking to God, but also reflecting on core teachings. There you go. 8-mark question, 3 points. The first point, the Lord's Prayer is important to Catholics because it was given by Jesus, so it has God's authority. So that makes it a central part of Catholic worship. The second point, it's important because it unites all Christians in a shared form of formulaic worship, and it reinforces Christian beliefs such as forgiveness. Third point, the Lord's Prayer is important because the Catechism says it summarises the whole message of the gospel. So by saying the Lord's Prayer, you're not only speaking to God, but reflecting on your core teachings. 8 marks, 3 paragraphs on the importance of the Lord's Prayer for Catholics.